Why was Zine culture vital for the early Gothic scene? Imagine a time before the internet, where sharing your favorite music and ideas meant printing small magazines by hand. That's what Zine culture was all about for the early Gothic scene. It was a way for fans and artists to connect without relying on mainstream media or big companies. Zines were tiny, self-made magazines that anyone could create with just paper, scissors, and a little bit of ink. They offered a space to share music reviews, fashion tips, artwork, and ideas that truly represented the Gothic aesthetic. This was especially important because mainstream outlets often ignored or misunderstood the dark, romantic, and artistic elements that defined goth culture. In the late 1970s and early 1980s, as punk music evolved into post-punk and gothic music started to take shape, zines became the main way to spread the word. Early gothic zines like Panache and Whippings and Apologies in the United Kingdom and Propaganda in the United States combined punk's rebellious attitude with darker, more poetic themes. These publications featured interviews with bands, concert reviews, photos, and artwork that big magazines never covered. They created a shared language for goth fans and documented the scene's growth from its roots. The handmade look of these zines was part of their charm. They often looked rough and imperfect, which matched goth's rejection of commercialism and love for individuality. The low-cost nature of making zines meant anyone could participate, helping local scenes flourish. Fans could find out about underground bands and secret gigs that they might never hear about otherwise. This grassroots network kept the scene alive and true to its outsider spirit. Zine culture was also vital because it helped shape the music side of goth. It promoted genres like gothic rock, post-punk, darkwave, and industrial music. Zines kept track of the scene's evolution and inspired later movements such as emo and screamo by emphasizing self-expression and DIY ethics. They encouraged fans to discover new bands, share ideas, and participate actively in creating the scene's aesthetic and values. Even today, zines symbolize the core of alternative culture. They reminded us of a time when passion and creativity thrived outside the mainstream. They helped forge a community based on authenticity, art, and independence that continues to influence alternative music and subcultures. Without zines, the early Gothic scene might not have grown as quickly or as passionately as it did. They were more than just magazines. They were the heartbeat of a movement built on sharing, creating, and standing apart from the crowd.